All right, man, we're going to do a video on Jason Blaha, strength and fitness again. Let's see what Jason's up to, man. View this video.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something kind of on the other end, and it's stuff I'm working with a little bit right now as I'm dieting down and coming from being purely a strength bro to saying, okay, you know what, I probably should work on my physique a little bit on top of that. It would be good overall for marketing, and so let's talk.
Oh my God, Jason is working on his physique. He's bodybuilding, bro. He's so against bodybuilding, man. And now he's like, I'm working on my physique because it's good for marketing. The problem is eating a vegan diet and destroying your physique doing that, the toxins and the sugar, and everything else that's in there, is just destroying your physique. That's why you look aged, Jason. I mean, your head is getting bigger than your body. Why is that? His arms are really skinny here. Look at this. He's small. He's getting sarcopenia is what he's getting. Skinny leg, skinny arms, and a big body.
Talk about that. So what should guys who have been training almost entirely for strength do if they say, you know what, I'm strong and yeah, I mean...
What is this I'm training entirely for strength? What if you're training to get your body stronger and not training to get a stronger lift? See what I mean? What would happen if you train the body? See, this guy wants to conquer the weights. He doesn't want to conquer the body. He's never really growing. He's never grown. I'm telling you, he's never grown. If anything, it's just dead weight he's carrying around in his body. He's carrying a bunch of dead weight because honestly, if he went off the herbivore diet and he just went total carnivore, his natural diet, like animal diet, all of this crap shit here would all go away quickly, believe me. There's so many people that are carrying excessive weight in North America and all over the world, actually, from eating a stupid herbivore diet. That's all it really is. It's just weight hanging around, man. It's senselessly carrying like fluid and weight and shit. You see, you can't turn cellulose and sugar and thing into muscle like a cow could or animals out there that eat herbivore diets. They can convert that. Humans can't. They think they can. You get these bodybuilders that take steroids. What do? They eat donuts and shit, right? They eat shitloads of sugar, corn pops, donuts, and pasta, bread. What a bunch of weird shit, fake food. And they're like, look, mom, I got huge. I got big. Yeah, it's just fake weight you're carrying around. It isn't real muscle. Just because the muscle can store a lot of glycogen, that we know, that doesn't mean it's muscle, bro. Get it? Yeah, and then they take anabolics to make it look like, well, I'm muscular plus carrying all this fake muscle. Why do you think these bodybuilders, when they prep for shows, they go, oh, I have to carb load? Well, they are carrying a shitload of carbs in there. Let's just say they're on anabolics, okay? And so they have to make weight. That's all they do. They make weight. So they lose a lot of this glycogen. Okay, so what do? They're like, oh, we could put back that in 48 hours, like 15 to 20 pounds. You think that 15 to 20 pounds is muscle, bro? Think about this. Larry Wheels, he stopped lifting, or what was it? He was at a show. And after the show, he was weighing like, I can't remember what it was. I think it was 231 or 32 or something. And he blew up to like, what was it? 284 pounds in like 5 days. So you're telling me he went from 230 to 250 to 284 in 5 days. You're telling me that that's muscle. This is what I'm trying to explain to all of you. How could somebody gain so much muscle in such a short period of time? He didn't get fat. He looks slightly, there's between the skin and the muscle, it kind of looks, it washes out a bit for sure because he's not ripped anymore. It's not dry. But look at him. He didn't put on any fat anywhere. So where did it all go? It was absorbed by his muscles. His body simply put back that fake weight because that's what steroids do. Testosterone, yeah. They don't build muscle. Protein builds muscle, but it has to exceed a breakdown in order to build. That is extremely hard to do because you have to keep building on that which you already built. by exceeding that constantly. All right, man, let's continue with this video.
Pretty big. I look big walking down the street, but I don't have that look, and it's one thing to look big in clothes.
He looks big walking down the street? Blaha's delusional. He thinks he's big. He's fucking skinny is what he is.
It's another, because you actually are big.
I like how he walks around and goes like this. Bro, in a shirt, you wouldn't even know he lifts. That's why he has to wear shirts that say, I deadlift. That's why he made this thing. That's why he made this. What should I do if we want to look big like we lift? Yeah, he's teaching you because that's what he does. What he's going to do is going to wear a small shirt and tight pants.
Because you have a big wide back and everything else, because that's going to tend to happen. You're going to have usually pretty big pecs to some extent.
He's got like a humpback is what he has because he's deformed, because he keeps eating plants, and probably his mom, like I said, his parents, they eat plant foods. They mutate your DNA. Plants mutate your DNA. They devolve you because they're filled with toxins. Can you imagine hitting your cells with toxins on a daily basis? Inflammatory responses, that plus he's lifting chronically, inflaming his body, accelerating aging, more mutations doing this. You get mutated every time you get these inflammatory responses as well. They do that. You can read that in science. Proven fact, bro.
If you're a strength pro, you're going to have those things. So, where do we go if our training has revolved largely?
Look, if any animal eats its unnatural diet, what do you think is going to happen to them? Ponder that thought, friends.
Around stuff like the big three and just back work. Because I think that's pretty ubiquitous in the strength world.
You should look at this guy, man. It looks like he opened the garage. It's dark out there. Man, he lifts morning and night, non-stop. He does this morning and night. He does it twice in one day. It's just insanity, man. Just to keep up that inflammatory response and accelerate aging. Great.
We're going to have a focus on squat, bench, deadlift. Usually going to be a lot.
What do I mean by accelerated aging? I'll explain this. All of you stopped growing at the age of 24, 25, about 25. So if you stop growing at 25, then that means you stop aging. You understand me? Now, I'm not saying you're totally not aging. There may be some aging there, but on a very minute level. How do I compare that? It's very simple. When you were growing, if you broke a bone, it would heal in 6 weeks. But if you break a bone after 25, it takes 7 to 8 months to heal. Why is that? Because the growth factor is extremely slow. So you're really aging at an astronomically slow rate. That's what I'm trying to explain, that truly your body is aging because it's not growing anymore. So it's aging at an astronomically slow rate. But you can accelerate this aging and look like an old goof by doing these stupid things, by constantly eating a herbivore diet, which is not your diet. That'll accelerate aging because it's chronic inflammation. That bloating you misconstrued as bloating is chronic inflammation, and you're inflaming the cells, all the cells in your body, by toxifying them with these toxins, poisoning them, and the sugar and everything else that doesn't belong in your body. You understand me? Your cells, they run away from it. It's called flight fight. They're trying to fight. They can't. Eventually they just give up, and then you're just killing them. And you're mutating them. That's another thing, because it damages your DNA cell. You take on more cellular damage, senescent cells, bone, this, that. You're speeding up your heartbeats. All these weird things you're doing. This chronic lifting is more chronic inflammation. Anything that inflames you, stress, this, that, whatever the hell you're doing in your life, keep on taking more stress. You accelerate this aging process. Yes.
Rows and maybe pull-ups, depending upon the sort of adiposity someone has had. So how do we then come to the other side and go, okay, well, I don't want to compromise my strength, but I'm gonna get leaner, but I also do kind of want to look good, and that is a problem. How many?
He wants to look good. You can't look good. You're born with that body. It either looks good or it doesn't, and so there's nothing to do there, Jason. You either look good or you don't. And you don't look good.
Lifters out there have said, I'm never going to do curls, right? So in my case, like
at this point, can he reverse this damage to his body, this mutation? He's a mutated mutant, but because of his family, what they were eating, and what he's eating to further this mutation. No, nothing. At this point, it's irreversible damage. Yes.
I said, these pictures are just...
Like one guy told me, he says, man, steroids, they give you some permanent gains. Oh, they sure do, all right. When it comes to women, they'll turn into men. And in men, they'll give you permanent gains. Destroy your liver, destroy your health, destroy your kidneys. Yeah. They'll give you like skin problems, a whole bunch of things. Maybe osteoporosis. I don't know. But yes, they'll give you permanent things. Destroying you and accelerated aging and everything else that comes along with it. An enlarged heart and all that. Yeah, these are great permanent things you're creating through steroids. But do they create muscles permanently? Fuck no, bro. Because this idiot tried to convince me. He's just like, yeah, it's gonna give you some. It's gonna permanent changes. Yeah, I know what he's trying to say. Permanent changes. Yeah, you're gonna get muscles. Nah, they don't grow muscles, bro. That's why everybody that goes off, they all look like Kevin Leroney, an average dude off the steroids.
Few weeks into me cutting. First time I've cut in like a year. But I didn't gain much body fat while bulking this time. But, I'm over here working on physique, and these are...
Some other permanent gains from steroids. Your dick will shrink, and your balls will shrink to the size of peanuts, and they'll never recover. There's nothing to recover it at that point, too.
Some of the lifts that I'm doing, that I'm working with right now. And I think this could give guys a good idea of where do we go.
You think Coach Blaha, the reason why he's now on TRT, because he did steroids, right? He's just like, I don't know, he's on steroids all the time. Why is that? Because his balls disappeared. He has no testicles. What do you expect, man? I know so many people, they took steroids, even for, they took, short term, whatever you want to call it, but their balls disappeared, and then they were complaining. How the hell did they get their balls to come back? They don't. They're permanently disappeared. They're gone forever.
You'll notice through this video I'm doing incline benching, I'm doing some skull crushers, doing some curls, fairly strict curls where we're doing a full range of motion. I'm doing pullovers, and then I'm doing extra ab work, hanging leg raises. So let's discuss these different lifts as you see them in the background of why we as strength coaches might want to incorporate some of this. Keeping in mind this assumes we're actually dieting down to get a little leaner also. And here's the other thing. None of this is going to hurt you from a strength perspective. If you get leaner, you're going to be in a better weight class. If you get leaner, your deadlift may go up. Keep in mind, body fat hurts the deadlift. It helps the bench and the squat. But these lifts may actually help with your benching, some of your other stuff too. Okay, so one thing people will say, well, lats are a huge part of it. Okay, but most strength pros have lats, right? Let's be fair. How much rowing do we see strength coaches prescribing? A lot.
I don't know, man. A lot. Tell me something. What do you think you'll feel like if you actually build your body? You focus on building your body super fucking strong, man. How do you think you'll feel when you walk around? What do you think you could do with a super strong body? But what could you do with a fat, ugly body like this and just be good at lifting all day? See, here's the thing. He's on the internet lifting all day, showing you these videos. But in public, they only see what you look like, how you can perform in public and what you look like in public. They don't see you lifting a heavy weight in a garage. You understand me? And the majority of people don't even watch YouTube or whatever. They don't watch this fitness stuff, this baloney. So think about that. You walk down the street. You think you're going to impress people because you lift a heavy weight? No, they're not impressed. They don't care. They don't see what you're lifting, okay? They only see what you look like. That's why he's going for this look now. I want to impress people. Would look for it. It's a marketing ploy, he says. Okay, whatever.
So I didn't include that. Now, if you haven't been doing lat work, there are some strength pros who don't. I'd probably start working on doing some pull-ups. So let's talk about...
Honestly, you could change your body by going on a carnivore diet. it's going to change by itself. But all this excessive inflammatory lifting to inflame your muscles just for no other reason, his legs look lumpy. Look at them. They look strange. The truth is, all right, man, I don't know. This is, man, I don't know, man. This guy, if I was him, man, I'd just focus on like real bodybuilding and just like give up on this bullshit, like heavy lifting bullshit stuff, whatever the hell he's doing here. And he's not even doing it properly. See this? Your body can't change if it's in perpetual chronic adapt. It's adapted now to all what he's doing. So we can't change. Look, he's looking for a different outcome. You understand me? By doing the same stuff, his body's adapted to all this. So it's not changed. So how do you force change or get change? It's easy. You have to do things chronically to get change, or you have to change what you're doing. It's really simple. Change what you're doing, or do something that you're unaccustomed to. These things that you're unaccustomed to doing them. That's about it. That's all I could tell you. But his problem is he's so stubborn. He can't get out of this adapted state. And then, like I said, anything that is adapted is no longer changing. Think about this. We know that my body will rapidly adapt to a different environment. Okay, once it adapts to that environment, are there any more adaptations? No. So how do you get more adaptations? By doing things that are different or that you're unaccustomed to doing. You understand me? Yeah. You don't want to keep doing them frequently. You have to trick the body. It's kind of a trick, man. Yeah. You want to do things periodically. You just definitely do not want to do them chronically, because this is the outcome.
Some of these other things, what are we doing and why? And these are lists I'm going to continue to do as I work on getting a bit leaner. Incline bench, right up at the top of the list. Guys who are chasing quote unquote aesthetics, and you know what, I'll just quit being afraid of the word. Let's just use it. Because we're going to use it in the popular culture term.
That's what he's chasing, aesthetics, and now he's trying to put it on other people. Why?
Not historic term, aesthetics. You just want to look good. You want to look jacked.
Who doesn't want to look good? It's a physical world. Who doesn't want to look good and jacked? Come on. Lifting a heavy weight is not going to make you look good and jacked.
Incline bench, way up there. Getting good at the incline bench. Why? Builds.
Coach, the most coach could bench here is like 2 45-pound plates, okay?
The upper chest builds the front delts. Now, everyone, you'll see so many people go on and on about the side delts, rear delts, and I'm not saying we shouldn't train those to some extent, but by and large, I have found many guys who focus on the front delt exercises, overhead pressing, incline benching, still have that look from the front. So what is it you're trying to do? You're trying to work on the show mirror. Stuff's going to make you look big from the front. Because if you're a strength athlete, you already look big from behind. And if you diet down, you have the V-taper. You look big from behind already.
If you're a strength athlete, you already look big, and you look big from behind, big from the front, behind. He's a strength athlete. He doesn't look big at all. He doesn't look big at all in clothes. He's trying to lower his body fat as much as possible. That's why he keeps going for the thermogenic effect. He keeps lifting day and night now. You understand me? But he's tricking you, though. I know he's not vegan, bro. He's doing something now. He's listening to my videos. He's probably on carnivore diet, because it's easier to do that. Why would you do a vegan diet and try to recomp on sugar and shit and toxins? This is crazy. It would be redundant. It would defeat the purpose.
We're trying to look big in the mirror, big in the front, show muscles. Yeah. Incline bench, I would say.
Yes, we want to look big from the front, big from the back, big from the front. We want to show muscles.
That's way up there. Way up there. Probably incline bench and curls are probably the two most important things you should add in. All right, whole upper chest.
Remember, this excessive lifting, you are breaking proteins down. So you have to compensate for that. The breakdown, you living and then building up. That's a lot. That's a lot of eating, bro. When it comes to protein, I'm talking about a high nutrient animal protein diet.
front delts. Incline is amazing for building both. It'll still.
Somebody asked me what's a good source for like a person on a budget. It's easy. You want to build muscle, take out 30 to 60 days and eat, I don't know, 2 dozen eggs a day and see what happens to your body. You can experiment. You're not gonna die, or you're gonna fucking, or kill you. Try eating 2 dozen eggs a day throughout the day, of course. It's not all in one shot. So 2 dozen eggs a day, which is not costly. It's not going to cost you out of pocket. And it's a high nutrient diet, extremely high. When it comes to eggs, they really absorb well. They integrate well in your DNA because they're animal protein. So most of it will be integrated. And if you go to the gym, you work out, I'll say, okay, so you moderately work out, okay, like you people usually do, and you eat this 12 eggs or 2 dozen eggs a day. Well, see what happens. See how much mass you grow on your body doing that every single day. I wouldn't go every day to the gym chronically lifting, okay? Like most of you do. And I'm not saying you should do what I do periodically, like muscle damage, but if you do go, you wanna do it periodically, and you wanna do upper, lower, take a day off, upper, lower, take a day off, upper, lower, take a day off, upper, lower. You could do that. And don't do it strenuously either. Yeah. So yeah, keep your sets per muscle group to, I'd say 3 times 10. Doing that 3 times 10 per each muscle group. Yeah. 3 sets of 10 reps. You don't want to break down too many proteins, but you want to leave a window enough open to build some real mass on the myofibrillar. That's about it. Yeah. But remember, if it's just mass, that mass eventually down the road, if you don't keep up with it, eating a certain amount of protein, it will go away. And it's not lifting that's going to maintain it in a gym. It's eating that maintains it.
Help well round out your chest. Okay. I find that it helps me get, as I'm getting a little leaner, as you guys see in some of the stuff, a little bit of that separation and stuff in the upper chest. I think that's from the incline. Now we could argue scientifically the flat bench seems to work the upper chest almost as much as the incline. That's what it seems to be on paper. But in practice, has that been what everyone's found to be the case? I don't think so. A lot of bodybuilders have studied.
I don't know what they found to be the case, man.
Bros, as opposed to a strength bros, swear by the incline bench. Probably for a good reason. They seem.
Him and his strength bros, bodybuilders, focus on lifting heavy because they think that heavy builds a muscle. They're all nuts. These people. You're all strength. They're all into strength. What are you talking about? This is stupid.
To get good results.
Listen to me. Power lifters do 1 rep sets or 3 reps, right? But bodybuilders, they do high repetition, heavy weight. So they're doing the same amount of weights actually, but they're doing more reps. So who's more stronger? The guy that does fucking 500 pounds off the floor 10 to 20 times, or the power lifter that does it once and drops it on the floor? Who's stronger? The guy that does PRs or the guy who's doing high repetitions with the same weights? The bodybuilder's stronger.
Doing it. Are we really going to argue with that? And look at some of the strength athletes, you know, who are leaner, who have great.
Man, when bodybuilders are off season, they are strength athletes. I don't care what anybody says. They're all on steroids anyways. All these steroid dudes, these power lifters and bodybuilders, they're all doing the same thing. Lifting heavy. The only difference is bodybuilders do more sets and reps heavy than power lifters do. They do less because they're weak.
Great incline benches, they look real big up top, don't they?
These bodybuilders, these modern bodybuilders can outlift these modern power lifters any day. They can outlift them any day.
So just go with it. Trust me on this, guys. Just you work on your incline bench. If this is.
Look at his lifts are so weak. He's like got 2 45-pound plates on. I see bodybuilders doing double that. They do like double, man, because they think lifting heavy, doing high rep is going to build a muscle.
Something you want to do. Guess what? It'll carry over to your flat bench. If you're a completely raw bencher who benches with a pause and everything on your chest, the incline will carry over anyways. It'll make your bench better. All right, arm work. A lot of us, a lot of strength bros have worked a lot on lateral.
Oh, yes, that's strength pros. That's strength pros. You don't look strong to me walking down the street, so you don't look like a strength athlete. You look weak.
Head of our triceps. So we've done J-arm presses. We do all that stuff. Benching is good for the lateral head. What about that long? Seen me before, close grip, 365 with a pause, a true close grip, right?
No, I haven't seen anything. I see you doing a bunch of lightweight, okay, trying to burn fat.
Tearing biceps so often on deadlifts, if we actually learn to stretch and extend our biceps and we get them.
The reason why you're ripping your biceps off is because you have a weak body, because you're busy trying to conquer the weights and not conquer the body.
Used to being in a stretch position. And how about we start do some reps? No, nothing. It'll help you stretch that upper chest.
Bro, this guy's bodybuilding, I told you. He's lying.
We get super tight from all the chest. It'll let you incline bench better. Some direct ab work. Do plenty of it. As you get leaner, it'll give you some thicker abs. They'll show easier.
No, it won't. It'll just, they're not showing on him. He's telling you they're going to get thicker, Meanwhile, he's got nothing. This is crazy, man. Watching some old dude do these things. Can you imagine him at 75? Oh, wait, he is 75. Holy shit, what am I talking about? We're watching a 75-year-old lift. He looks hilarious on this thing. Whew, I can't wait to see when he's like 85. In 10 more years, he'll be 85. Christ. It's terrible. See you in the next one, man. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Jason Blaha. Eh? He wants to look like he lifts. Do you want to look like you lift too? Keep watching him, man. See you in the next one. Ciao.